We're here with Alex. Welcome to Get It, Girl.
Yay.
Alex. Now, we've seen some of Alex's series called Distance, and we definitely really liked it, especially how innovative and interactive it is. So tell us about it.
Okay. Distance is a series about a long-distance relationship, and each episode is split into two halves, his side and her side, and you get to pick which side to watch first.
Ooh.
And depending on what side you watch, you'll kind of get a different experience of the show.
A different perspective.
Yes, it's all about perspective. That's the whole show.
And I love that idea because I kept thinking of, I've been in a long distance relationship before, and we fought a lot because that's what you do when you're in a long distance relationship.
Classic.
And like, I just like the two sides because every fight has two sides.
Yes.
Every argument has two sides. So I wonder, you know, like what mine would have been, what I would have won, or his side would have won. You know?
Yeah, and then the girl watches the guy's side, and they're like, "Oh wait, we didn't think about this."
That's right.
Yes. Truth is a matter of perspective, friends.
That's right. Yeah.
And so this series, what inspired you to make it?
Well, I was in my own long-distance relationship. That's right, of 3 years. 3 long years. I was in Austin, Texas. She was.
That's where I'm from.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Where's she?
She was in North Carolina.
Okay.
So we were like that.
Yeah.
We met on a film. It was the first film I ever acted in. And we met, and then she had to go back to grad school, and we were like, I don't want this to end, and she didn't want it to end. So then we did it for 3 long years, and then we both moved to LA, and we're still together. We live together now.
Oh my God, so
You
it
guys.
works.
Yes!
We have a winner.
You guys have a winner.
It works so
would
far.
you say that the
You never
would you
know.
say that the series was like a release for you?
Yeah, in a lot of ways. So Lauren is her name. She helped make it. She was like the producer, and it was a really fun thing for us to do together to kind of celebrate that relationship. And yeah, it was cathartic in many ways to like get a lot of that out. She wants me to always say that it's very loosely based on the relationship because there are a lot of things that happen in the show that did not happen in our life.
Okay, but let's watch a little clip.
Yes, please.
Oh.
So we see a little bit.
Ooh.
Cool.
Open your mouth wide.
I still want you to be mine. You left me behind. I still want you to be mine.
How do you keep it exciting, though? How do you keep it alive?
Oh no, I think
What?
it's frozen.
What? Just wait for the Wi-Fi to like catch up. Wait, you park?
There's a part of you.
You guys, surprise! Surprise! Yes!
So funny.
I was also in a long distance relationship
Nice.
for a while, and
Nice.
you have those moments where you're on a Skype call or you're on a long distance call and you are sharing things that you should not be sharing over the internet.
Yep.
But it's the only way you can.
Question,
Yes.
how did FaceTime change your relationship?
So we were kind of pre-FaceTime.
That's what I'm saying, and then, so you never got...
Not that much. I don't think we used a lot of FaceTime. I think we mainly Skyped.
Okay, so Skype and video.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely video chatted
Yeah.
a good amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this pre-social media?
No.
Oh.
No, this was after social media started, but it was pre-Tinder. So she and I have been together for 7 years, and neither of us have ever really been on Tinder or any of those apps because those came after us. So
Yeah,
I've
I
never
feel the same
experienced
way.
that whole world.
I have to ask this one question. When, obviously you're in a long distance relationship, but then when you guys moved in together and started
Yes.
living together, how did the
Yes.
relationship change?
It was really hard in a lot of ways because we were like, "What are you? You're
here now."
Weird, yeah, in person." And also, like, you have all this stuff, and she's messy, and I'm messy, and like that's fine for visits. But I think we just had to learn how to be around each other in these completely new ways because we didn't just move to the same city; we moved in together immediately. So we were going through all of these changes at once, like new cities, being roommates. It was a lot, but we made it. And yeah.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Get It, Girl.
Okay, so just because your long distance relationship worked out
Yep.
doesn't mean that they all do,
No.
right? Mine certainly didn't. But Are you a firm believer in long distance relationships?
I mean, yeah, as much as I am a firm believer in all relationships. Like, a lot of them, most of them fail.
Yeah.
But I think long distance specifically is a really awesome way to get to know someone in like a pretty deep, meaningful way because the physical part is removed. So like, you have to learn about the other person in all of these different ways, good and bad, that like maybe you wouldn't get to if you always got to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you always decided to be physical with them whenever that came up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know that there are moments where I'm like, oh, you're so interesting. Give me your hand and touch me. And you forget about all the cool stuff that's coming out of their mouth.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I personally don't believe in long distance relationships. That's just me. I just don't.
Why
But
not?
it worked.
Why
mean,
not?
no, but this is the exception to the rule. This is the exception to the rule.
So why do you not believe in
Because
them? I'm
I've seen
wondering.
way too many fall by the wayside. You know, you're one of the very few people who have actually made it work. But for every one of you, there's a million that don't. You know, so I've just seen it repeated behavior. It never worked.
The main character on the show, Ashley.
Yeah.
That's her real name.
Her name's
correct?
Ashley Spillers. Her name's
Yeah.
Emily in the show.
Emily asks the question, or answers the question, what makes a good relationship?
Yes.
And she says verbatim, what was it? The best relationship is the freedom to be and say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's true?
Yeah, and she also says independence, and I think that I believe firmly, like, and that's one thing that long distance is really good at, is like allowing you to be two individual human beings who have their own lives and their own passions and who happen to be connected and interconnect when you see each other and when you don't, but like me and Lauren and the relationship in the show is like two people who have their own passions and interests. Yeah, and the relationship is a part of their life, but it is not their life. And I think that's really important.
What has the response been with the series?
Yeah, people love it. It's really cool. Like, it's the first series I've ever released. You know, I act mainly, and this is my first thing that I've made. And yeah, people really love it. There's this amazing online long-distance relationship community that I did not know about on Instagram. Y'all have to check this out. It's wild. So if you search the hashtag long-distance relationship, there's all of these accounts devoted to people's relationships. Like, the account will be called, like, 3,700 miles. And it's just to the relationship. It's a beautiful thing. They all support each other, and all of them are like, you know, obviously really in love with the show.
And they all have their own separate Instagram accounts because they're so independent.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And is there ever too much independence? Do we ever get to a place where we're too independent?
I have to ask a follow-up question to that.
Do we ever get to a place? Well, I think independence goes hand in hand with honesty. So if you're independent and honest, even when that honesty is tough, like, you can say, like I've said to Lauren, like, you know, I saw this other girl and I was attracted to her. Like,
I said it.
I think, like,
Yeah.
but I think that honesty is super important because then she knows that, like, yeah, I had that feeling, but I didn't act on that feeling. I didn't even want to act on that feeling.
I want to ask you that. How do you deal with temptation?
The same way everybody does. Like, I guess
Masturbation.
Masturbation. A lot of masturbation. That's all I have to say. No, I think, like, also honesty. Like, we had a rule very early on of, like, be super, super honest with each other, and you know.
And there's never too much honesty.
Last question.
I think sometimes there is, and I've had to kind of scale it back sometimes. Because really, who is the honesty for? Is it for me not feeling guilty about something I did, or is it to like strengthen our relationship?
Since we're talking about honesty, did you ever cheat?
No, I did not.
Good one.
Yeah.
Are you being honest?
Yes. Yes.
Follow-up
I
question.
mean, the cool thing of being an actor is sometimes you get to, like, kiss other people in movies. So that's nice.
And that's why I'm an actor.
Yeah, that's the only
I mean,
reason.
I do enjoy those things too.
Yeah.
But I love that. Honesty because for yourself, or honesty because you feel like you should share.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So I've had to learn
awesome.
what the difference is, and I'm still learning.
So listen, Alex, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
You are thebomb.com. Where can we find you on social media real quick?
At Dobrenko, but go to the series. The
Yes.
series is distancetheseries.com, or Instagram. You can search Distance the Series, and you can find out all about it.
You guys check him out. Check out the series.